Boom, we're live. Now, there's been so much exciting news coming out about Bitcoin, blockchain, well, just in general. But apparently, well, I wasn't paying attention, or there's just so much to pay attention to with the current collapse of so many fiat currencies as part of what I think will empower the next movement of the understanding of why Bitcoin is so valuable. Yahoo has recently announced they're actually trading. So they're saying that you can now buy and sell Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bcash, and Litecoin, all on the Yahoo trading platform, which apparently has 113 million new people on it. Now, this type of media, well, first off, it's kind of an expose. Yahoo is a fairly big name, 113 million users that will now hear about the ability to buy or sell Bitcoin. Again, increasing the awareness, and a huge part of awareness is understanding and educating people about why it's valuable, why it's important. Again, when Bitcoin first went to $90, that was due to the Cyprus banking crisis, when the banks had changed the laws around your ability to take money out of your account because of the financial crisis that was happening there. So now any money that you had, you now could only take out a limited amount every day. We saw this in Greece, we saw this in India, Venezuela, and many other countries as well. So it's no surprise that Bitcoin's starting to get the attention it deserves, as well as the other decentralized applications. So I'm going to read a little bit from this article here, and it actually quotes someone that we had on the show just recently, Anthony Popliano. So shout out to him for making this. This is actually the tweet that I saw that pointed me in this direction. There's just so much positive news in the blockchain space lately. It's hard to really take it all in. And I think this is more prevalence for what we had stated earlier, that as you start to tension a string in a bear market with all this positive news, all this awareness, all this momentum, it's only a matter of time until we enter a bull market again. So the bear market, I would like to categorize by the way a bear operates. They're generally accumulating more for those seasons where it's difficult to get what it is that you would like more of. And if it is Bitcoin that you would like more of, or in this case, as Yahoo is offering Ethereum, Litecoin, Bcash, etc., those four main tokens now are, I guess, open season for hunting. Once the prices start to rise, that's when people start to buy, but that's also the time that the bulls start to sell. Again, remembering that taking profits at the all-time highs, as we've learned, is a very smart decision. Otherwise, you're just leaving value on the table. The term hodl generally means, okay, if you're going to sell, buy back in at any point and reinvest. So if you're selling and rebuying, then you're good, but also make sure that you keep track of all that. And this is not investment advice in any way, shape, or form, but what we wanted to point out was that, again, this media momentum here is extremely exciting. So as we dive into this article here, it says Yahoo Finance is already about 112 cryptocurrencies that it's been adding to its section in providing information about factors in market cap, volume, exchange, circulating supply, etc. So it's exciting to know as well that they're actually offering kind of coin market cap like services to the general investor. Again, this is about raising awareness, I think, more so than anything, but also offering the on-ramps and off-ramps for users that already have a Yahoo Finance account. So it says, however, this option is only for the US users within a monthly user base of around 165 million people. US consumers comprise approximately 113 million, or 69% of the data provided by SimilarWeb, and the website services significant transactions from countries like Canada, UK, and Hong Kong, and India as well will open eventually. There is nothing on the expansion of these services, although it can be expected that it will further the rollout of the crypto buy and sell option in these countries in the future for more and more cryptos as time rolls out. And I like what Anthony said here too, and I agree with it. I think that this type of on-off ramp is significantly more important than any ETF because, again, through the process, I think, of education and understanding why Bitcoin and blockchain or any of these cryptocurrencies is valuable, it teaches you to store it yourself. It teaches you to take control back of your own money, and it really kind of stipulates that giving away your money to a third party is actually disempowering to your ability to actually have control over your money, which makes, that's very logical. There's no reason to think that that doesn't make sense. In fact, just to think otherwise is crazy. So the popularization of being in control of your finances, just in general, I think the decentralization world has brought a whole new realm of egalitarianism, that what once used to be very difficult for someone to do, you can now do a lot easier yourself. So the whole evolution of decentralization is about empowering individuals, right? So I'm going to use the movie industry, for example. So right now we're live from a cell phone. Well, not live, but recording and then uploading, and eventually within maybe only 20 minutes, it'll be out to the internet and thousands of people will watch this video, hopefully. And if you are watching this video, remember to give us those thumbs up, pound the subscribe button. If you're new to the Bear family, check the Telegram channel in the links below if you'd like to stay up to date with any of the great calls and puts, I guess you could say, people are making. Again, none of this is trading advice. This is strictly for information and educational purposes only. But with that in mind, if you dive further into this egalitarianism, this subject, the ability to produce media, share it with an audience, and move forward is actually very empowering for me, because now I can communicate value, right? Others can do the same thing. If there's something you're interested or passionate about, you can learn how to share and communicate that value with people around you. And this is an egalitarianism of the communication of value itself, remembering how important information is in a digital age. Information is extremely valuable. It allows to teach me, it's like, okay, well, if I have a problem with that truck, I can probably tell you what it is because I can go online and tell you the symptom, da-da-da. It's hugely, hugely valuable information, and the communication of information is very, very valuable. And what Bitcoin and blockchain allowed us to do was something with the double spend theory, which is basically if I produce something on the internet and you try to copy it, you can't do that. I can send it to you, but once it's out of my possession, now it's gone. And this was a huge revolution because the internet actually provided lack of scarcity. It was one of the first times where you could just digitally replicate something almost an infinite time. So if you had one song, it now became 1 million songs. And that we hadn't seen in any other form other than the digital world. Everything else we had to reproduce physically took that much extra energy to reproduce. Anyways, I know I've gone off on a long rant here, but what I wanted to really highlight is that this entire growth of decentralization is about empowering individuals. It is about putting the power back in the hand of the individual, and media and the communication of value via the internet is one of the most important ways to do that. So thank you all for joining us. This is history being made every step of the way. Where we go next is up to us, the story that we are writing together. To be an optimist as an entrepreneur, we can aim for the best, right? And that's what we try to do. Again, I want to thank you guys for joining us. Remember to pound that thumbs up button if you like this information. I know we're a few days late on this news, but I think it's still relevant because you might not have heard. And I think that's important to remember how much positive momentum is going into this string as we tension through a bear market, because that, I believe, will be the explosive nature of what happens next. And that could be wild. Our previous lines of prediction are somewhere around $80,000 for Bitcoin before the end of the year. I'm not going to say that's going to happen. I would put bets on maybe closer to springtime next year of 2019, especially, again, remembering the change of the economic financial landscape, especially with the fiat currencies and these governments that are doing so many bad things, is, I think, one of the driving forces. This is Steve with the Arcane Bear. Thank you all, ladies and gentlemen. Have yourselves a great day, and we'll leave you off with that.